In the name of Amen the Supreme, the All-Powerful, the one and only true Lord, in Amen we trust, as the Republic of Mentellect, the true 144,000 that's being gathered in this day and time, the Mentelleyens. Mizeka Aminun to all my Mentelleyen brothers and sisters out there, registered members of the Republic of Mentellect, and to all future Mentelleyens who have yet to find their way home to the Republic of Mentellect, which is Amen's covenant. I send greetings out to you, and I send peace out to you in our Mentelleyen language by saying to you, Mizeka Aminun. Good evening. I am your host, the intellectual Nuben Menkares, and this is Mentellect Radio. And tonight, I'm going to be delivering a special message to all current and future Mentelleyens, people who are persons who are coming into the Republic of Mentellect. One thing I'm noticing in my time of doing this, especially now, we're growing faster than ever. We're going to get people that come in here who are serious, and they're going to walk continuously with this, and they're going to be in the Republic, and you get those who are curious who are going to bump out. They're going to, slide out of here, right? When you're doing something great, when your intentions are to raise up people to the next level mentally, to extend them mentally, right? You're going to have those who are just not going to make it. They might have good intentions. They might really want to do it, or they might just be BS, and they might just be curious and whatnot. But realistically, everybody's not going to make it. This message is going to make its way throughout the planet, throughout all four corners of this planet, to everyone. Everybody's going to hear about this black, white, everything before this is, before we go into the next transition and phase. Everybody's going to hear this message of Mentellect, and it's not going to be for everybody. Certain people are going to come here, right? And as the reception and the knowledge strengthens and raises, as we're moving into the future, those people are going to erase themselves because they know they don't belong here, right? They're not of the brighter manifestation. They are of the black. They are of the fade, or those who are meant to fade into darkness. Could be family members, could be friends, those who came here. Could even be some of you that's with me right now that are going to fade to black because you simply do not get where we are going with this. I said when I first encountered this transmission directly from Amen that it raised me from the dead. Why? Because I was in the streets. I was robbing and stealing and selling drugs. I'm going to keep it 100% with you, 1,000%. I done been there, done all that. I know what the street life is, right? And I was literally walking around with dead people, and I was walking like the dead until this message and Amen brought me forward to life, gave me a purpose, gave me a new lease on life, and I was required to go out here and spread this message and raise the elect to take them into the future. This revelation came over time. It took 10 years. Exactly, 10 years, from 2003 to 2013. The mission actually started in 2013, but it took 10 years for this to come as a full message, a full-on revelation. Now, people could say, oh, I'm full of it. They don't think I'm telling the truth. I really don't care. But the fire that's in my chest, the angst that I have, the focus that I have to accomplish this is not of me. I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now it's not of me. It's something else, and I already know what it is. I hear the eternal message, the constant transmission to raise the elect. Why? Because we are moving into another dimension. We are moving into another time. And thus I realize those who are not of this next dimension, this next level, they're going to fade away. And when I say fade away, as we are moving, they will erase from memory. They will not be extended. And eventually they will pass on without trace. They will fade to black. Proper term we have in the Republic of Mentellect. As I said, this message came to raise our people forward to life. Because right now at this point in time, we ain't got nothing. As so-called black people, there is nothing for us. There is nothing. And I have to be real about this. Like I said, everybody out here who is existing and pretending to be living their lives, you're not living at all. You're serving the beast. And he's already on his way out. His society and his kingdom is on its way out. Anytime you see degeneracy at an all-time high, you've never seen it like this. And those of you who serve him, work for him, slave for him, follow his directives, follow his way of thought, follow his mindset, you will fall with him. That is the black race. You could say, oh, I don't believe in what he believes in. It don't matter. I told you all before, either you're going to serve Amen separately in this republic, that Amen is given to us to separate from those who are of the dead, or you're going to walk with the dead. There's no in between. The dead will not be able to exist in here because you are constantly going to be required to embrace life and receive this new lease on life, which is to come into alignment, to work as a continuous flow of power and energy, something that black people do not do, which is to cooperate. To cooperate, to work together, to not be about individualism and pettiness, nonsense, foolishness. If you can get people who are so-called black to do that, then that means they have moved to the next level. If they cannot, then that means those are the ones who are meant to fade away. And I have no problem fading them away. I tell you all, those of you who came here, those of you who might come here, right, those of you who will come, because many will come through these doors. Many will stay here. And I know many will be curious more than serious. They'll be curious to see what this is about. What, why is it to be in here? They'll even stay a few months, might stay a year, maybe even 2. They might make it to there. But they'll fade to black. And I say this to you all who come here, who are curious, who are in here, who are amongst the republic, who are amongst the bright ones, and you're really black. We're going to utilize your energy too. We're going to utilize your energy too. We're going to take your money while you're here. You're going to pay dues until you don't want to pay anymore, and then we're just going to send you on your way. That's real. Real talk. Because all we look at a lot of you as is dues. I can be real about that. All we look at a lot of you as, we know who black in here. We know who the black one's gonna come. We look at the pictures. We see who's gonna be black and who's gonna bump out of here and whatnot. Who's gonna take this seriously? Who's gonna just here to be curious? And they'll feed their curiosity and they'll pay dues for the time being till they don't want to pay no more. Till the curiosity don't wore off. Some of them will send in letters and they won't follow through. Some of them will set up pages and won't follow through. That's fine. That's fine. I can air out our laundry. You know what I'm saying? I can air out our dirty laundry, because when you're establishing anything with former black people or people who are meant to be former, you're going to get some black mentality here. I'm going to let you all know this. All of you who are following me, as we have grown, and we're growing even more. We're looking at stacks of letters right now. We're going to grow more and more. Understand this. Everybody in here that's coming through these gates of Amen will not be bright. We're going to get some black people in here. Certain people are going to outgrow their blackness. Certain people will never outgrow their blackness. They'll hang around and try to stain everybody on, who around them. They'll try to stain everybody with their blackness, with their double-mindedness. They'll try to stain everybody instead of just getting up and sacrificing themselves, making the ultimate sacrifice and just leaving. Just leave. Make the ultimate sacrifice and just leave if you know you're not about this, because it's going to turn up in here. The frequency is going to go to another level. And I could tell every time when the frequency goes to another level, because I already know we're going to get a bunch of people that's going to go out of here, and we're going to get people that's going to come in who are really serious about this, who are more than curious. I done seen groups of people come in here, and I done seen groups of people go. Some of you are on the third manifestation of certain energy here. The certain people that are here are on the third level of manifestation. What do I mean by that? I mean, those of you who done come in here, we done looked at your picture. We already done seen those who came in here who had your same energy prior. We already seen that. We seen your energy prior. Some of you are meant to be the real people that showed up. Some of the real people haven't shown up yet. You're just nothing but pale comparisons that are meant to fade out as well. I know all of this. See, nothing goes smoothly when you're doing something like this. When you're dealing with so-called black people, or people who are coming out of that black world, out of the dead world, because some of them they're gonna bring their dead ways with them. They're gonna bring their demonic ways with them, their double-minded ways, their gossipy, emotional, jealous ways with them. They're gonna bring that with them. Some of them are gonna be aware of it. Some of them are not gonna be aware of it. Some of them are gonna grow out of it. Some of them are not. But make no mistake about this. Everybody that comes here is not going to be bright. The black will fade away in time. So if that discourages the new Mentelleyens, which it shouldn't, if it discourages the new Mentelleyens that are coming in here, the ones who are really of Amen, to coming in here, then you're really not of Amen. If you got an excuse, if you're constantly looking to get into things with people and looking for drama because you come in here with a chip on your shoulder, you're not going to last long. If you think you're coming in here just because you want to be around me and talk to me and think you're going to be buddy-buddy with me and talking and asking me 50 goddamn questions in these inboxes or calling me, that's a nada. No. You're here to serve Amen in whatever capacity you're told to do. If you have a problem with that, leave. Because I know what's coming. I know. You're not doing me a favor by being here. You're here to serve Amen. In whatever capacity of this republic, you're here to follow me. I am the leader. I am the boss. Those who have a problem with that, following me and taking orders from me, leave. Leave now. Leave now while you still got your mind intact. Because I guarantee you're going to have a rough ride in here. I guarantee you it's not going to be pretty if you keep on perpetrating the fraud, acting as though you're bright. Those of you who come through here who think you're going to come in here and be black, like I said, you're not going to have a good time in here. All you're going to do is waste your money. So let me save you your money. Let me save you the money that you would have spent in dues, since you think that's what I'm about. Don't come here. Those of you who paid dues, I'm going to save you money, and you know you black, and you really not about Amen, nor do you understand or ultrastand what this is really all about, and you're not trying to cooperate. You just have to be individuals. You have to be black. Leave. Leave now, because you're holding somebody's space. You're holding somebody's space. You know you're not real. You know you don't belong here. You know you would rather talk about people, gossip about people, talk about me, just have shit to say about anything, all kind of nonsense, be uncooperative, sitting up here posting bullshit on Facebook pages. That's not what you're here for. That's not what you're here for. This is not the Mickey Mouse Club. This is not a popularity contest. I'm not running a fucking popularity contest here. And I don't care who don't like my language. You don't like my language, leave. I don't have a image to uphold. I'm not Minister Farrakhan. Maybe you got the wrong guy. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to be your friendly neighborhood prophet, your friendly neighborhood minister or reverend. I don't have to do that. It's going to get raw and raw because the power is real. Amen is real. Amen is real. You don't think so? Then you should leave now, because you're in for a rude awakening. We see you. Amen sees you. You're going to be zeroed out, and you're going to be found out. Those who stayed here and wasted that time, they done lost their minds. Like I said, you will find that you wasted more time here perpetrating the fraud and trying to keep up a front than if you would have just never came in here at all. This is going to get realer and realer. And as they say, the more and more realer things get, the more unreal people are going to show themselves to be. Amen is about the real, because we will receive real power from Amen. We will receive that power. We will receive those seats of judgment. For those who came here who are really of Amen, the real Mentelleyens, like I said, they're going to be here. You're holding up their spot. That's why I want you out of here. If I have to crash this thing to the fucking ground to get all of the black people out of here, I will. I will. And I have to start over again, I will. I have no issue with that at all. You do me no favors. I don't need your money. I don't need your dues. I could have a bare republic, and I know within less than a year it will be filled back up again with the real ones. This is an evolution. This is an evolution. Armin don't wait for nobody. Armin waits for no one. Armin waits for no one. I've been here. I done seen it. I done been in hell. I done been in things, and I've seen things that you would make you all shiver if you could see what I saw. I gave my life to this for real. I didn't give my life just by posting stuff on Facebook or talking shit. I gave my life for real. Things that I done did and sacrificed in my life that you all will never know. But I stand strong, and I am serious. So serious. I live by this, and I'll die by this. See, I don't have a choice. Y'all got a choice. You could leave here tonight, tomorrow. It really don't matter to me. I'm a friend to none of you. I'm here for Armin. I am here for Armin. I am here to live and die by that. This is not a game. Either you're going to raise Armin and you're going to be a part of this, or you are not. If you're not cut out for this, leave. Because it's only going to get bad for you. See, I said something on my Facebook before. I said, Armin, if you ever want to know what Armin is, think of God and the devil together times 10. Worse. If you know what I see in my sleep, if you know what I see and why I toss and turn at night, what I see, you would understand. You would ultrastand. Don't play with this. Things I'll never share. Things I can't even feel anymore. A life that I gave up, things and people that I have to sacrifice, loved ones. People who are no longer familiar to me. So you know I have no problem with sacrificing you all. If it is needed, if Armin requires. I care about nothing in this world at all. Not even myself. My job is to serve Armin only. To say, oh, you know, that's fanatical. That's fine. But I regard it as being serious. Very serious. I've watched my face change over the past 18 months. I've watched my demeanor change over the last 18 months. I've watched my focus change over the last 18 months. The things I found to be amusing, I no longer find to be amusing. The people who I thought walked with me turned on me, and that's fine. That's fine. Armin was always the foundation and the staying power in all of this. And I learned to see that this was all meant to be. This was necessary in the transformation and the raising of our people from the dead and the touching of future generations to come. That's what keeps me here. That's what keeps me strong. That's what keeps me going out in the streets with the brothers and whatnot, at the NRUs and whatnot, doing these classes and everything else. Like I said, from what I see. When I constantly try to reveal to you all every day. When I constantly try to reveal to you all every day. When I do these broadcasts, when I share this with you, right, of what's to come. I'm going to sit you all down in May and I'm going to tell you what's to come, what to expect. A lot of you are not going to like it. A lot of you are going to be afraid. And you have every right to be. Because at times I'm afraid, but I learn not to be anymore. Anybody who can stand up at times like this where you got the most wickedest people, black, white, and everything in between, that are revealing themselves every day. Yet I can stand up in the name of Amen in this day and time. That is a hard feat. When you have people who are standing by you who will betray you, stab you in the back, say Hail Amen next to you, but really they saying the hell with you. That is a hard feat, and that is a hard pill to swallow when you learn to trust these people, which is why I trust no one but Amen. I trust in Amen. I will serve to the end of time and the new beginning of time. I will continue to do my job to raise you all. You understand that? I will continue to do my job as I pledged to raise you all. But don't ever expect, do not ever expect or think that I'm here to be your friend. I'm here to understand you. I am here to get you in line. I am here to get you in order. I'm here to continue your families and your bloodlines. Pieces of your family are not going to make it. Sacrifices will take place right in front of your eyes. Stood by you, people who you grew up with, you're going to lose them. That's to come. We're in that age. The things that you love in this world, you will surely lose. I said love Amen only. Don't even love your children as much as you love Amen. Because Amen will take them away from you because they belong to Amen. Amen will take them. Amen will take all of the things you love. If you claim that you are of Amen and you call yourself loving anything outside of Amen, meaning sacrifice, projection, and you play with Amen's name, see, because I told you before, Amen is not God. Amen is not your devil. Amen is 10 times worse. If Amen allowed you to hear this message, if Amen allowed you to hear this projection, if Amen allowed you to hear this tone and this frequency of this message of Mentellect, then it showed you that Amen was trying to extend you. If you turn your back, if you embrace things in the world that are not of Amen, Amen will destroy it in time and destroy you. Because there's no use for you. There's no use. The things that are useless in this world will be destroyed. And they will be converted into something else. You might not like the conversion, but you have no choice over the conversion. The things that are of Amen will continue. Tell you all, do not worry about who's standing next to you. Do not worry about who will come in here. Amen told me to separate his chosen, his elect. I know the message I received. Amen told me to separate his chosen, his elect, and guide them forward to pick up where the other ones left off at, to continue. Because we are on a path to supremacy. We are on a path to supremacy. If those of you who don't feel that way, if you don't feel like that supreme person or those persons, those ones who want the kingdom, who want the power, who want the government, the society, who be put forward again, don't play with this. Leave it alone. Because sacrifice is going to be required of you. If you're not willing to sacrifice, don't even do it. If you're not willing to sacrifice your old self before you come in here, your black self, don't even do it. Because there is punishment and there is penalty for those who came in here perpetrating a fraud, knowing that you are black, perpetrating like you bright because you're more curious than you are serious. We are on a path to supremacy. This is not, I keep telling you all, this is not some black thing. This is not some black thing. This is not some black thing. I told you all, Mentellect is not for black people. If you are black or you consider yourself to be black, then you need to leave. I told you that. You're only going to make it harder on yourself. You're only going to make it harder on yourself. See, punishment comes after you commit a crime. The greatest crime you can commit in the sight of Amen is to perpetrate the fraud. Amen will allow those of you to hear this message up to a certain point. You will play a certain part in the picture, and then you will fade out of the picture. You will fade out. Like I said, some of you are here temporarily. You will play your position. That's why I say I don't care who comes and goes. Those who are of Amen will be here, and they will be all over the world. They'll be the ones who are sincere, who are the bright race. This is what we came for, but we will utilize the black for the time being. If they come here, we will utilize you until we can't use you anymore. We will use you up. Same way the beast has used you, and he will continue to use you. We will use you up, and then we will spit you out as if you were never here and you're going to be forgotten. And Amen will forget you. And Amen will give you over to the beast, who you love so much, because I told you before, there's no worshiping Amen or following Amen or being of Amen when you're not here. Amen is here. Amen is here. Amen is here in the Republic of Mentellect, and everybody that's outside of you of the beast. You're following the beast. I don't give a goddamn if it's my mother, my father, they follow the beast. They not with me. My brother, my sister, they follow the beast. They not with me. They not standing here with me, raising the elect, doing what we were supposed to come here to do. They not here for that. They not here for the evolution, so the hell with them. Now, if I said the hell with my own family, and I mean that, oh, well, what do you think I think about you all, who are really not of Amen, who are perpetrating this fraud, who are going to be here temporarily? What do you think I mean? What do you think I care about that? When I said I came to serve Amen, that's it. That's it. That is not your mindset. If you care about your family, your friends, other things, then you shouldn't be here. You should go and be with them and, basically fade with them. Fade into darkness with them. Fade into darkness with them. That's all. Everybody's not meant to make it. Certain people are going to be here and they think they can serve the beast on one side and serve Amen on the other. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Amen requires a choice to be made. Either you're going to serve Amen or you're going to serve the beast. There's no in between. There's no in between. You can't do that in here. Why? Because the tone and the frequency is going to raise here. And you're going to be required to follow order. You're going to be required to follow law. You're going to be required to cooperate and work together in the collective flow of energy for us to transcend this state we are in right now. We're headed toward that right now. That's how I know Amen is, Amen's power is running through this, because notice all the black people are starting to leave. And I'm starting to see some black people who are in the Republic who are starting to get agitated. They're starting to act different. More different than when they came here. That's the power of Amen going through here, and that's Amen pulling them out. See, those who are able to go with the flow and go with the frequency of this solar projection that Amen is putting through, they're going to flow with this power. They're going to be in alignment. They're going to be in sync. But those who are going to start to disappear, they're going to start taking pages down. They're going to just basically fade away on their own without saying nothing, without a trace. They're going to start doing stupid stuff, breaking the rules, because that's Amen turning up the energy and the power. Amen requiring that the elect be in alignment. And those who are not in alignment, those who are not here to serve as soldiers of Amen, serve as soldiers of this next era, as the supremacy, to receive this power on earth, you're going to be destroyed. And I'm not saying that to scare anybody. You ain't got to acknowledge nothing I'm saying to be true. You ain't got to believe nothing. That's fine. You can go back to your regular black life. But I guarantee you, pay attention. Those of you who walked in here, your life is going to get darker and darker and darker. I promise you that. Amen will give you over to those who you basically try to get away from. What do I mean by that? When you go back into the world, those niggas you talk to, those niggas you hung out with, they're going to be grimier and grimier and grimier. You're going to see how filthy these niggas are, and they're going to turn on you. The same people you're going to go back amongst as when you get cast back into the world as a black person, they're going to get grimier and grimier and grimier. They're going to get more cutthroat. You're going to see it all fall down on you. The same guys you was trying to get with and talk to, they're going to be filthy and foul and cutthroat. They're going to smile in your face and be ready to cut your throat because Amun's going to give you up to those vile affections. Because when Amun gave you this message to raise yourself away from that and you chose to walk back into that path, it's going to be darker. I guarantee you that, and I've already seen it. I've already seen people who was in here lose their minds. I've seen it. I told them they should have left a lot sooner. Y'all think I'm playing when I warn you, don't come here. You think I'm playing when I tell you don't come here. Don't waste the time. You should leave. You should leave. Take your pages down and leave if you know you're not serious about this. If it's more of a curiosity, I just want to see how. No, you should just leave. Go back to where you came from. Go back to where you belong. Go amongst the black race. And let those who really want to come in here and be of Amun and cooperate and serve Amun and work within that capacity of raising the elect, let them do their job. You're holding up their space. You're holding up their spot. Because if you know that's not what you came here to do, you're going to have a hard time here. You're going to have a hard time here when you can't gossip. You're going to have a hard time here when you can't post up bullshit on your page. You're going to have a hard time when you can't spread rumors and do all the things you were doing as a black person. You're going to have a hard time in here. And you're going to be zeroed out, and you're going to be faded out. That's real. You can't be in here being black. I told you that. You can't be in here being black. You can't be in here being selfish and single-minded. You can't. Nobody's going to want to hear your BS. Nobody's going to want to embrace and hold on to your demons with you. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to cradle your vile mindset, your negative and degenerate mindset. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to embrace your double-mindedness. Nobody's going to do that. So you might as well leave if you cannot get beyond that. Because they're going to all be instructed to move away from you. And after this message tonight, you all know when you see that behavior in here, who to move away from. Because, see, you already know what I'm talking about. Those of you who are of the elect, you know who I'm talking about. And you know what I'm talking about. You don't fit, don't worry about it. I'm not talking about you. Those of you coming in here, you looking to make friends, don't look to make friends in here. We ain't here to make friends. We're here to join the ranks of Amun and do the work. We're here to join the ranks and do the work. The work is toward the path of supremacy. Amun requires that the elect step up in their place. Amun is opening the place up. Why? Because you see right now in front of you the beast society is falling. See, a lot of you still don't think this society is going to fall. It's falling right now. It's falling right now. And the only reason it's still standing is because the elect have to be gathered. I told you that. The elect have to be gathered, and they're going to be put in place. They're going to become the new Illuminati. They're going to become the new elites or the elect. That's happening right now in front of your face. There was a book called Behold a Pale Horse, right, where they talked about briefly how the elites, the Rothschilds and all these other people, all the banking families, the people that control the railroads, the oil, and all this other stuff, it said they're going to bankrupt their own companies, they're going to derail and kill people, derail railroads, kill people, blow up tankers and spill oil into the water and make the water worm-wooded. They're going to do all of these things. You know why they're doing these things? You know why? Because it's a sign of the end. You know how when you tell somebody they are no longer going to be in charge of something like a child, what do? They want to tear up everything and stomp out of the room before they go and knock everything down. They're going to do all of this stuff. Before they leave and go to Mars, they're going to tear up this planet. They're going to tear up train tracks. They're going to tear up everything. They're going to kill people. They're going to come down in fury. And those of you who followed them, who carried that same energy and vibration, who Amun gave you the light to see this, And those of you who chose to go back in the hoods and the ghettos to smoke your weed, be niggas, hang around, listen to monkey music, you're going to go down with them. You're going to be casualties. You're going to be casualties. You're going to be the next niggas on the news that's getting shot up in the car with your boyfriend, with your boo. You're going to be the next nigga that got the STD or got the gun stuck in your face, getting your face blown off. You're going to be the next one in the drive-by shooting. You're going to be the next statistic because as the beast is coming down, you're going to come down with him. You're going to come down first because you represent the foundation, the cushion of his evil. You're going to come down with him. You represent the cushion of his degeneracy. You're going to be the one shot by the police in your damn car reaching for your wallet. And when it happens, know it's of Amen. You're going to be the one that's going to lose your families that you love so much over Amen. You're going to lose that. You're going to lose your sons. You're going to lose your daughters because you walked away from Amen, because you perpetrated a fraud, because you lied. You are collateral damage. Again, people will say, oh, you've been trying to scare people. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm telling you what's going to happen, what I already saw. What I already saw. And what I continue to see, the picture has not changed. The picture has not changed. I told you the beast is going to sacrifice you all. He's going to sacrifice those of you who are of him. He's not going to fall down by himself. He got to have a cushion. You're his cushion. He'll kill a whole lot of you niggas before he hit the ground. He's going to kill a lot of niggas before he hit the ground. And his own kind, too. And the Third World War is coming. It's all coming. Pay attention. This is our saving grace. Amen gave us, through Mentellect, the next world, an open door to the next world to escape this. Because those of you who are truly of Amen, you will not taste this death. You will not see this death. I promise you that. But you cannot look back. Those of you who look back, you're going to be destroyed. Those of you who go back, you're going to be destroyed because there's nothing back there. First, it will start with your mind. Then it will start with your body. And then your soul will start to diminish and you will become that spirit energy. I promise you that. All of these things will befall those who heard this message. Why? Because Amen has no use for the black race. Amen has no use for the black race. Amen has no use for the black race. So those who can cooperate and operate and show by actions, by words, by vision, part of this change that we have given our souls to Amen, given our minds to Amen, given our bodies to Amen, to work as that collective energy, to sacrifice our individuality for collective power. Those are the ones who are going to see this brighter day. Those are going to see those are going to be the ones who see the light on the horizon. The rest of you Negroes, the ones of you, like I said, who are out in the black world serving the beast, oh well. You are his cushion. You are his bottom. Prepare for destruction. Because everything that the beast holds in his hands, he's not giving up easily. You represent the bond man and the bond woman in his hands, black man and black woman. Those of you who want to be amongst the black race, you represent the bond because through Mentellect, Amen started to free us. Amen freed us. Amen freed our minds through Mentellect. And you mean to tell me you want to go back to being a bunch of slave-ass Negroes, a bunch of black slave Negroes? Amen began to free our minds through this intelligence, through this logic, through this rationale, putting us on the high thought. You mean to tell me you want to go back to being niggas again? You want to go back to being niggas again? You want to go back around niggas again? I have no words. I have no concerns. I have no kids going forward. It is Amen going forward. You ain't got to listen to me. You ain't got to never see me again. I told you. You can take your page down and disappear. Those of you talking, I wanted to come in, but this sounds like a cult. I don't know if I want to be part of a cult. Let me save you the time. Don't send your letter in if you think this is a cult. If you think I'm crazy. If you think, oh, you coming in here to be buddy, you think there's some thing where we just trying to all be getting along. We just want to do some almond stuff and just, you trying to. No, don't send your letter in. This is not what you think it is. This is not what you think it is. You cannot come in here as a whimsical black person, one who carries folly demons. You cannot come in here like that. Because that energy will be destroyed. That energy will be destroyed. Energy will be destroyed. We're in the time of destruction. We're in the time of death. I'm going to talk about that on Wednesday when we talk about that transmission of death. We're in that time now. And if you are under the vibration of blackness, which you all are, if you're not here as the bright race, because again, it ain't about, oh, I'm bright because I think of myself. It don't matter what you think of yourself as. The bright ones are going to be in the Republic of Mentellect and will not be outside the Republic. And you black ones who came in here to escape your blackness, it's not going to work. You might as well leave. You might as well leave. You understand that? You might as well leave. You might as well go to where you belong, with your people, to serve your master, your true master, the beast. And you serve him in many different ways, whether you worship people, places, and possessions, material things, your wigs, your weaves, your children, your Jesus, your Allah. These are all faces of the beast. They hide behind those masks. And if you worship these things, if you follow these things, you follow him, and you will come down with him. If you're still trying to resurrect this society, because, see, you're supposed to be erecting almond society. As the beast society is coming down, you're supposed to be erecting almond society. As his is coming down, almond is supposed to be built up. But obviously, a lot of y'all don't want to build almond up. A lot of people don't want to do that because, again, this is something where you're curious about. You think your job is real. You think your job is real. You think your children is real. You think your mortgage on your house, your apartment is real. None of that is real. None of that is real. None of it is real. Your children can be wiped out, destroyed, killed. You could lose your job. They can kick you out of your apartment when you can't pay your rent or pay your mortgage. All these things can be destroyed. But what cannot be destroyed is the transmission of Amen. That will continue. That will continue with or without you. You can let it grow you and extend you, and you can live by it, or you can die by it. Makes no difference to me. I have no thoughts about it. I have no feelings about it. And what's scary to me is the thought of losing my family to this evolution, my whole family going and dying off and whatnot and being put to death. It didn't bother me at all. That scared me, but it doesn't any longer because now I understand. I ultrastand that. When you're here to serve Amen, nothing else matters. When you're of the elect and you know it, and you're going to receive that power, when you are willing to make that sacrifice, when you're willing to sacrifice yourself, meaning your blackness and the alteration and the veneration of Amen, nothing else matters. See, a lot of y'all ain't ready to do that. That's why, like I said, you're going to be exposed, you're going to be found out, and you're going to be discarded. You're going to be fed to the beast. Beast has a bloodlust. And the beast will, and I'm not just talking about the white beast, I'm talking about the black beast and all of those who follow, they will smell that on you. They will know that you were at one time perpetrating that fraud of Amen. Amen will send those people at you. Amen will send those people at you. Watch. Amen will send those demonic spirits at you in your dreams. Amen will allow those demonic niggas to come up on you, those demonic damn devils, those crackers to come on you. Amen going to allow it all to come. The hedge will be taken off of your head. The protection will be gone. The protection will be gone. because you're of no use anymore. See, when you were in this covenant, when you were in the Republic of Mentellect, you had a use. See, everybody that was being reclaimed in the name of Amen in this republic, you had a use for the future. Amen had use for you in the future. When you leave, you bump out of here. Ain't no use for you no more. You just a nigga now. You just a regular nigga. You don't need no regular niggas. Hell, a white man don't care about you regular niggas. You think Amen care about y'all? Amen got, I can pray to Amen. No, Amen, no, there's no praying. There's no begging. There's no please, Amen, protect my children, protect my family, protect my house. There's none of that. There's no running to Jesus because that's not real. There's no running to Allah, Jehovah, anybody. That's not real. We're in a time of judgment. We're in a time of correction. We're in a time of the raising of the Lord in us. We're in that time. We're in that time. And we have never had this time like this before. This is the jump. Sacrifice it all to Amen. Sacrifice it all to Amen. And the reward will be great. The greater the sacrifice, the greater the reward. I'm going to take a call. 704.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
All right. Well, all I can say is that the feeling comes every single time you broadcast a message of Amen. The feeling in my chest always comes. I was gonna ask, what role does the youth group have in the bigger picture? I talked to Miss Gordon, and she said that she would contact you about more information on the youth group. She's already entered me into it on Facebook, something, but I haven't seen anything else about it, so I thought I should ask you.
I'm going to start requiring that the youth group go out here and, distribute flyers. Whatever state you in, I'm going to include everybody who's the young, the youth, and the youth group and whatnot, because wherever state you're in, you're going to be required to get out in the street and get rid of flyers to those who are around your age range or older. So you will be put in the field to do this work. All right?
All right.
What's your name again?
My state, Cameron Walton. My name, on Facebook, it's Leon, because I had to use a false name because of past pettiness and things like that. But my state is North Carolina, so as soon as you get the flyers ready, I'll send them out.
All right. I see you. I'll make sure you're in the group if you're not. I know who you are. I got you.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Serious young soldiers. They're going to come and replace those of you who are playing games. They're going to come and take your place. You don't know how many people are willing to come in here and take your place, both young men and young women. You won't be missed. You won't be missed. You were given your chance. You should value your seat in this republic like it's gold. You should value your place in this republic like it's gold. And you should never want to give your seat up. Those of you who give up your seat, those of you who walked away, those of you who was crying about money, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. It's not going to matter. Because if you were too stupid to see that this is your last chance, this is our last chance, there's nothing else. I'm going to let you know there's nothing else coming down the pipeline. There's nothing else coming down the pipeline for us. 704?
Yes, hello. Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. All right.
Right after the brother had called in, the young brother, I'm gonna let you continue this transmission. It's really thumping tonight. I'm feeling it. I just wanted to let you know also with the youth as well. I'm on trail, called in again. I was just letting you know that I'm in Aiken, South Carolina right now. So whenever you definitely get the flyers, definitely pass it my way. All
Beautiful.
right?
I'm gonna
and
make
I don't
sure
want to hold you up.
I know who you are, Tro. I see you and whatnot. I'm gonna make sure you and Leon are in the youth group. So I got you.
All right, brother.
All right.
Continue that transmission.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Oh.
That's real. That's real. They're not even members, and they young. They young soldiers. They young soldiers, and they ready. The fire is burning in their chest. So you really think I'm going to sit down and play and put emphasis on those of you who are actually running around here wasting my time, wasting the time of Amin? You got time to sit on Facebook and talk. You got time to gossip. You got time to do all this nonsense. Those of you who've done it or who are doing it. No. No. Straighten up and fly right or fly out of here. That's my advice to you. Because a lot of you got axes to grind, but it's not here. We're not here for you to grind your axes or get your emotional demons out. We're not here for that. This ain't a group home. You ain't getting no goddamn hugs here. You ain't getting no hugs here. This ain't a group home. Power don't play. And power don't wait on anyone. Especially when it's coming directly from Amen. Because this is the greatest power that we stand to inherit. And I will not lose out because of some niggas. I will not lose out because of some niggas. We'll be right back. I told you all, as this society comes down, one has to be put in its place. Building has to be going on as destruction is taking place. This is inevitable. Amen wants the elect that are coming out of the black race, the ones who are receiving transmission, the ones who are receiving this message by way of receiving this message and this transmission, whose souls are being ignited. And we will be required to leave the dead behind. Who are the dead? The dead is the entire black race who's not receiving this message. Why do I say that? Because this is a forward message. If you are looking backwards in the past and you are venerating or trying to raise a message of messengers who have passed, if you are trying to raise old religions that came before the year 2000, the 21st century, if you're trying to raise those up or continue those forward, then you represent the dead. We are in another era. We have left the age of information and we are coming into the age of intelligence. And intel, those who are in the know, those who are in the know of Amen, that is those who will sit in the power seat. I told you all before, the ultimate sacrifice will be the black race. Why? Because they're drawing too much energy. Useless energy. They are drawing too much energy. I say with the advent or with the death of the black race, the bright race will receive more power on earth. With the death of the black race, the bright race will receive more power on earth because they're drawing energy and power and breath every day for nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this is the will of Amen to destroy them and destroy the beast as well. This is what your so-called Israelites keep talking about, the death of the two-thirds. They keep talking about that. See, even they know, and they primitive as hell. Even they know the death of the two-thirds. Even they know, but they don't understand what it really means. Nor do they understand what raising the Lord really means. They don't understand it. We are at the forefront through Mentellect to know what this message means. Those of you who still with this red, black, and green, Pan-African, we black stuff, y'all already dead already. Y'all already dead. Those of you who still serving your bosses on your jobs and whatnot, and that's when you going to work and all you want to do is smoke weed and get high and all this other stuff and hang out and listen to monkey music, y'all already dead. And we're going to start seeking out those who are amongst us who are like that, and we're going to tell you to leave because you're useless energy. You cannot be in here doing nothing. You're going to be asked to leave. We don't want you here. I'm going to get more and more aggressive as Amen is putting it on me to find out who really belongs here and who really doesn't belong here. I'm going to get more and more aggressive because the time has come. The time has come where people are going to be sent on their way because a new group, a new flock, a new and evolving flock will be here. and they're going to be here to set the tone for the next 45 years. And I use that number for a reason. They're going to be here to set that tone for the next 45 years, and I need them in place. I don't need the rest of you who are not of Amen, who are not doing the work, who are not serving as part of this power. I don't need you. I suggest that you pay attention to everything I'm going to share with you, because again, this is a mission of life and the ultimate mission of death at the same time. This is the ultimate mission of life, our will to live, to come out of darkness and into the light of Amen, to receive that power on earth. Think about this. I could have went to any so-called God, right, in the world of religion. I could have went to Allah. I could have went to Jehovah. I could have went to Christ. I could have went to all these false gods if I wanted to start up a cult and make money. What pointed me to Amen? Amen pointed me to Amen. What gave me the reception of coming through with Mentellect, which has not been around or did not exist until it started coming through me in the year 2010. Not even the word Amen. That was a sign of things to come. That was a sign of prophecy fulfilled. With the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, worked 40 some odd years, and Dr. Malachi Z. York and all of this is prophecy fulfilled, all that they worked for. All that they worked for, prophecy is fulfilled in what we're doing now. And Amen lives in me. If you doubt this, leave. If you think I'm crazy, I don't care. I told you that. I don't went past caring what everybody thinks. I'm beyond that now. I only walk with you as a guide to guide you into the future. Those who belong here in the future. I only walk with you as a guide. My life has already been sealed. My fate has been sealed. I accept it every day. I'm going to put my life on hold to do this for you all. I sacrifice having children. I sacrifice making a lot of money. The things that you all seem to venerate and raise up in the society, I sacrificed a lot. But it was for something greater. And every day I always say I'm willing to sacrifice my life. I'll give up my life. And I mean physically. I will pass off of the scene if it means the raising of you. And I swear on everything I love, and because the only thing I do love, meaning sacrifice and willing to sacrifice for, is Amen. There's nothing I love here in this world at all. I have nice things, and they're nice. But there's nothing I love or is willing to sacrifice. When I say love, I'm talking about willing to sacrifice for other than Amen. That's it. And sacrifice requires that I raise you all. That I do the will of Amen, which is to raise you all who are of the elect. That's what I live my life for. After I do that mission, I could leave here. I could leave. I'm always set to leave after I do my mission. The thing that scares me the most, as I say, is that I will not complete my mission. That's the only thing I fear. I don't fear anything else. I'm a man who has nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I don't have time to play games with people. I don't have time. Amen chose a very vicious man in me, because I can not care within a split second to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. And you all will become like that in time too. Sacrifice will become nothing to you. Even if Amen wanted you to sacrifice your children, you do it because you will get something greater. And I know that scares a lot of you. That sounds like cult talk. Oh, wow, I can't believe he's talking like that. But this is real. I told you before, your children belong to Amen, not to you. Amen gave you your children. They're not your children. They are in your custody for 18 years, the time you are allotted to raise them. If Amen decides to take them, then you'll ask the question. If Amen decides to take your life, if Amen decides to take everything that you raise and venerate in this society, make yourself a willing sacrifice. Make your children a willing sacrifice for Amen, and Amen only. Nothing else. You so-called black people will sacrifice your children unto the beast. So don't tell me you don't realize what sacrifice is. How do you sacrifice your children? You sacrifice them by sending them to his schools. Do you not? You sacrifice your children every day. You send them to the beast school to be educated by him. You let them watch his TV to be programmed by him. So don't tell me you don't understand what sacrifice is. You sacrifice your children, yourself every day. When you lay down with the wrong people, you sacrifice yourself. You have made yourselves the sacrificial lamb. You have made yourselves all sacrificial lambs. You will now be required to make yourself sacrifices in the name of Amen, those of you who are of the elect. You will be required to make yourself sacrifices of Amen. Like I said, this conversation is not for the black race. This conversation is not for the black race. This is for the bright race who've given up their blackness, who sacrificed everything in the black world, in the world of the beast. You sacrificed your slavery, your slave mindset, your individuality, your selfishness. You sacrificed that. I forsook all that a long time ago. It is time for you to do the same. If that is not your mindset, don't come here. I don't want to hear anything from you. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't want to hear why people can't do what they're supposed to do or do what they're required to do after I done did everything that I was required to do. There's nothing you could tell me. Absolutely nothing. You have a choice. Either you're going to serve Amen or you're going to serve the beast. Simple as that. There's no in between. Because a lot of you still think this is a joke. A lot of you still think, oh, I'm going to just live my life. There is no life. There is no life until Amen found you. There is no life. You were existing. I told you all before. You were existing. You were existing in the world of the beast as roaches, as vermin, as shit. You were nothing. You were nothing. Your lives were shit before you came here. You could believe elsewise. You could believe, oh, I was getting educated. I had my degree. I'm going to college. I had my job. I was making this much money a year. I guarantee you I had more than you, and my life was shit. So I know y'all lives were shit. I don't care how kind of cars you drove, what kind of apartments you had, what kind of houses you had, how much money you got in the bank. It don't mean nothing. You'll see how much it means nothing. You'll see how much it means nothing. You're going to learn. Because when the beast brings down those people who you verinated or you set up here, your Oprah Winfreys and all these other people, because I'm going to tell you something about those people they look up to. And I'm going to talk about that in the slave thing because, like I said, a lot of you look up to those people because you'll give yourself up and worship the image of those people. You'll worship the image of those people, your Oprah Winfreys and Jay-Z. Do you know the beast humiliates them all the time? The beast humiliates them all the time. The so-called white man, they at least humiliate those niggas all the time. They don't mean shit to him. They don't mean nothing. The very people you look up to, they got all this money, they got the car, they're nothing. They're less than nothing. You know the white man humiliates them, makes them eat shit, literally. Humiliates them. They're nothing. The people you look up to, the things you strive for to get, y'all ain't got as much as them, and they're nothing. Because in the sight of Amen, the white man is nothing. The human race is nothing. Amen can stomp out the human race in 1 second and restart it. Amen can destroy the human race in 1 second and restart it. So if you walk with the beast, you will be destroyed with the beast. Amen offers us eternal power right now. We are at the gate. We are at the door. If I doubted any of this, which I don't because of everything I've seen, I would stop teaching right now. I would stop teaching you all right now. There would be no more Mentellect. But I stay fast and I'm steadfast in my duty and my job. And I expect you all to be the same, those of you who come through this door. I don't expect you to come through this door playing, even though I'm saying this and I know we're going to get people in here that's not going to heed what I said. They're going to act like they didn't hear nothing I said. They're going to act like they heard nothing I said. They're going to come in here playing, curious and whatnot. People are going to be the lambs to the slaughter. They got to be the sacrifice in every building, in the great building of anything. There has to be a sacrifice. Those of you who came here and played games with this, who was curious, you're going to be the sacrifice. You're going to be the people that we forgot about. You're going to be the people who Amen sacrificed in the building of this thing. Whether it was your money that got sacrificed when you paid them dues that you wasted, because I said you wasted your money paying dues here. You just gave us money. And we used it for what we used it for. I'm going to be real with you. Because like I said again, we looked at you as nothing but dues. Because that's all you can do. But those of you, because I said, those of you who were really of Amen, your money, your energy carried a whole different light because you truly wanted this to happen. You truly wanted this to happen. It's on the money that you gave us. It's in the energy and the tone and your frequency and everything in your every being that you gave and sacrificed. We feel that. We know who's who. We know who's who. That's why when I tell people all the time, you ain't telling me nothing about people I don't know. Things I don't know, things I've seen already. I seen it when I looked in your pictures. I didn't say nothing. I look at everybody's picture. I might not read your letters, and I don't read your letters. And Ross and Dira read your letters. I look at your pictures. I look in your eyes. I already know what I saw. And I know who's going to be here and who's not. I already know. Keeping it 1,000% with you tonight. I feel the energy coming off of your pictures. I feel who's sincere and who's not. Doesn't matter to me if you phony or not. We're going to use you anyway. We're going to use you until we can't use you no more. That's how Amen works. Amen use you till he can't use you no more. See, those who are of the elect, they're going to be used continuously. See, that's why Amen's going to protect them. Amen's going to protect the elect because he can always use them. I tell you, Amen is pragmatic. Did I not tell you Amen is pragmatic? Amen don't love you. Amen uses you because he can constantly use you again. The things that you can use again in your life, don't you protect it? The things that are useful to you, don't you protect it? Huh? The things you use, don't you protect it? Because you can always use it again. That's why Amen will protect the elect. Not because you praying and hail Amen and I'm for this. And none of that means nothing. Where you fit in. What can you do? What will you do in the name of Amen? Amen requires one thing. The so-called Israelites, the Christians, the Muslims, they have 10 commandments that they follow. We have one. We as Mentelleyens have one. And that is loyalty to Amen only. We don't have no prophets in here. As you know, we got 1,000 prophets. We got 1,000 men to look to. You were given one man and one Lord and one direction. That's how simple it was made for you. So there would be no confusion. There would be no confusion. Those people who believe in God and follow in the devil and all this other nonsense is full of confusion. That's full of confusion. There's no confusion here. Amen made it very simple. Have not my words been simple to you all? Have not my words been plain to you at all? More clear, more clarity than you ever received, whether you were following Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Moorish science, metaphysics, Pan-Africanism, and all that nonsense. Has it not been clear? Have I not been clear? Did I ever give you parables and symbolism and things like that? Or did I give it to you straight, raw, uncut, and it made sense? That's Amen. That's not me. That's Amen. That's not me. That is Amen. That is not me. Everything I gave you all, everything I shared with you all in those directions and instructions that I set up at night writing, everything that I gave you in these broadcasts, everything I gave you in these classes, that's Amen. That's not me. That's not me. I know a lot of you would like to think it's me. Because, see, if it's Nuben Menkares, then you could always tear Nuben Menkares down. You could always disregard Nuben. Oh, Nuben just teaching a religion. Oh, he's just another teacher. That's all. So you can disregard it. There's nothing to disregard. Because to disregard this means you turn to nothing. Because I always say, be careful of those people who tear down things and have nothing to replace it with. Those people who will tear me down, tore down the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, tore down Dr. Malachi York, but yet these niggas have nothing to replace with. So if they have nothing to replace what they tearing us down about, that means that they want you to follow the beast with them. That's really what they want you to do, because that's what they tearing you down for. Because it's not like they saying, "Oh well, I got this over here, and I'm gonna lead you. I got something better." They ain't got nothing better. They did, they would be leading. They would be doing what they would be doing. They wouldn't have time to worry about me or whoever else. They have nothing. Be mindful of these people who are sitting up here saying, "Oh, what he's saying ain't real." What are they going to offer you? I offer you Amen. I offer you community. I offer you a future. What are they offering? I'll wait. What are they offering? Words? Just words. Empty words. You feel the fullness of my words tonight, do you not? Do you not feel the fullness of my words? Do you not know that I plan to fulfill everything that Amen gave me in these visions? I'm going to carry out to the letter, no matter what. So if you know this, if you love Amen, meaning you're willing to sacrifice for Amen, if you love Amen and you're willing to sacrifice for Amen, then nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Take everything away from you in your life and give you everything back in return. Greater, if you're willing to sacrifice. If that's not your mindset, then leave. Leave. If you think I'm trying to hustle you, if you think I'm trying to con you, if you think I'm acting, leave. So now you can't say, "Oh, Nuben doing it because he want our money or he trying to be a lead." I don't want to lead you. I don't want your money. Your money is stained with the blackness of slavery and your slave mindset. Your money is stained. We'll use it temporarily because you're temporary. You're temporary, but you're not required. You are not required. Your soul is not required in this evolution because you lost your soul a long time ago. You're not required in this evolution. None of these people today that are talking to you about metaphysics, Pan-Africanism, Egyptology, Moorish science, the conspiracy theories, they're not leading you anywhere. They're not leading you anywhere. They're not talking about tomorrow. They have no plan for tomorrow. So if you have no plan for tomorrow, that means Amen is not extending you into the future. Talk to any one of these black people, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, the so-called white man. Ask the white man about the future. Since you niggas believe in the white man so much, ask the white man about the future. What does the future hold? He's not going to be able to tell you. What is he going to be doing in the future? He's going to be dying in the future. He knows that. He's going to be trying to survive in the future. He knows that. So you really think he's worrying about you? You busy still smoking your weed, getting high, listening to monkey music. You're going to be faded to black. You still want to have your black friends. You still want to have your black conversation. You want to still embrace your black family members. You're going to be faded to black. Like I said, some of you are going to just walk out of here and you're not going to say nothing. But that's meant to be. That's meant to happen. You're meant to fade to black because you're not part of this future. This future is growth. This future is change. This future is evolution continuously. This future is growth. This future is change. This future is evolution continuously. People will come on these posts right now when they see this up here in the broadcast. They'll come up here and comment and whatnot. Oh, Nubans. Why do you? And when the people say negative things and they comment, you know I always block them, right? Because this is not up for your scrutiny. This message is not up for your scrutiny. This message is not up for your opinions. Your opinions mean nothing. You mean nothing. If you know when you walk down the street and you seeing black people, white people, just the human race and all in general, you don't even look at them anymore. I don't look at them anymore. When you are not compelled to look in the eyes of people anymore, that's a sign that they're dead. When you don't even care, when you're ready to disregard these people, I told you all before, those of you in your instructions and directions to overlook these people, disregard, because they're not even living anymore. They're dead. Look into the future world and whatnot and see a world that exists without them, so you know there's no sense in even forming any attachment with them in the present. There's no sense in doing that because they're already dead. And dead ones will pull you into death with them. You're going to have people that's going to come in here who are straight up black devils, who are double-minded, who are here to gossip and talk shit and everything else just to pull you into darkness. They're here to just do that. They're not here for no almond. They're not here for that. They're here to be black devils. They're here to bring their demonic energy in here to pull you out. And if you go with them, it was meant for them to do. They did their job. Almond will allow them to come in here just to pull you out. Almond will allow people to come into your life, look you in your face, and lie straight to you. Almond will allow that to pull you down when you try to lift them up. It's like when you do the push and the pull. When you're trying to pull somebody up and they holding on to your arm so much, but you feel that they are death. They are walking death. They are walking darkness. They have nothing but death coming out of their mouth. They talking about dead people, zombies walking around. You got to let their hands go. You got to let them die. You can't feed these demons. You can't worry about demons that will come in here because they're gonna work their way out of here. They're gonna leave. See, because a demon cannot exist when they have nobody to infest, when they don't have anybody to talk to, when they don't have anybody to talk back and forth with. They don't have anybody. And you're going to get people that's going to come in here and do that. In our collective, we have a pretty good crew. But people are always showing themselves and revealing themselves. So people may appear to be in good standing now, but it's only a matter of time because you can't hide who you ultimately are. You can't. You can't. Amen will expose you. This message expose you. A lot of people are going to run here because they're looking for this to be a safe haven, when they just have not come to the conclusion, come to the understanding or the understanding that it's just meant for you to perish with the black race. It is meant for you to perish. Accept your place, because this is the choice that you made. Accept your place. Accept your seat of death. And those of you who are of the bright race, accept your seat of life. We'll be right back. We're back. We never experienced anything like this. I've never experienced anything like this, because this is how you know we in this time of prophecy and the time of revelation. A shifting of power is taking place. A shifting of power is taking place, and we have to be those who make sure the power is shifted. We have to make sure that we prepare ourselves to receive this power. How do we prepare ourselves to receive this power? By cooperating. Amen simply asks that we cooperate. That's all. That's all. You ain't got to be up here hail alarming this and hail alarming that and posting stuff on Facebook and all this and proclaiming something. Just cooperate. Play your position. Do what you're told. Follow orders. Follow orders. You know why the white man stays in power? He stays in power, number one, in how he lets you know everything is really about Amen, is because the framework of his laws is framed in what? Amendments. He replaced commandments with amendments. The commandments of the Christians, Muslims, and Israelites that they follow in the Bible, the so-called 10 Commandments of Moses. In this society, the beast replaced them with 23 amendments. I believe it's 23. 23 amendments, if I'm not mistaken. Then number 23, 2 and 3 equals 5. All right? Fifth dimension, 5-dimensional. So he carries these, and he frames out his society, his governments with amendments, bearing witness that Amen is the true Lord. And in this day and time, for us to discover that tells you we being put in to see the power. Because I could have said, Anu. I could have said Asar. I could have said Aset. I could have said anybody. I could have said Allah. I could have said Yahweh Shah. Why did I say Amen? Why did I speak the name of the true Lord, who is the actual Lord of this society and the Lord of the world? Why did I do that? The Lord of power, which those in power follow. There's no goddamn Satan. There's no devil. There's no God. There's only Amen. The beast acts as God and the devil, because God really represents government, and the devil represents the evil ones who run it. But in all actuality, there is no God and devil as the ultimate power. They want you to believe that those of you who are slaves to the beast, they want you to believe in God as the government and the devil, the evil people that run it. That's God and the devil. That's the spiritual entity of God and the devil, the government that they set up and the evil ones that run it. They want the government to be God. And you all worship the government. You worship the beast, your jobs. You worship your blackness, which is controlled by the beast. You worship all of that. You niggas worship Black Panther now. The idea to Jews. So that tells me you follow the beast. You niggas up here on YouTube dancing and whatnot. That's what your black race has become. That's what your black race has become. Those who are in a state of folly, full of folly demons. That's what you've become. But we're going to become more. So much more. We're going to become so much more. We are at the time to become so much more. We are in a state, we are in a day through this message of Amen to become more. We're not going to get trapped in the rabbit hole following the dead. I'm not going to lead my people to death. I'm going to lead you to life. The true life and the true light is Amen, and has always been. The power that the beast was granted came by way of Amen. Amen allowed the beast to take down our empires, our kingdoms, our governments, because we disconnected from Amen and we followed the beast. And Amen put the beast in power. Now, Amen sent us a message that we can come home, that the elect can come home and receive their power directly from Amen. Amen put it out through Mentellect that we can now come home, that we can now raise the Lord, that we can walk away from all of this foolishness and stupidity that we suffered as black people in the state of darkness and ignorance. Those days are over for the elect. Those of you who still want to follow that black narrative with your black mentality and all the things that you do as black people, as Negroes, as servants of the beast, have a nice time. Have a nice life. Prepare for death. So let me go ahead and read these questions before we get out of here. What is the message to all current and future Mentelleyens? Don't come in here playing, because this is not a game. This is not a joke. Don't come in here playing, because I guarantee you, if you do that, you will leave out of here and you will soon find that it is not a beautiful thing to lose your mind, your direction, your soul, and your body. These are things you will surely lose in time, because I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen to former members, the ones who I warned before time to leave here, and they stayed around, and they stayed too long, and they played too many games, and they thought they were fooling me. You ain't never fooling me. You only make a fool out of yourself. There's always a win-win with us, because we'll just use your money, we'll use your dues, and we'll be like, well, you know, we gave you a time frame in which to get out of here. But those who are of Amen, we continuing on, and we're going to pass you by, and the beast will destroy you. Amen will allow those who came back around you to destroy you, to devour you slowly, for you to lose your mind. Take this seriously and don't come in here and use this as some form of curiosity. Why is this message necessary? To put our people in alignment, to put the elect in alignment. That's what this is necessary for, to put them in alignment, to raise them from amongst the dead, which is the black race today, and guide them into the future by the power of Amen. Can this message change the course of the Republic? Yes, it can. That was the whole intention of me doing it, because I revealed things tonight that I said I wouldn't even reveal. Certain things I held back on, which I'm not going to talk about, which I'm only going to share with members. But I revealed a lot tonight. And it might turn some people off. It might, oh, he cursed too much, or he said this, or, you know, why he got to make it sound like that? It sounds kind of scary. He trying to sound like he's, like this is a cult. Good. I want you to be afraid so you don't come. I want you to think of it as a cult. Those of you whose mind's going to shape this into a cult and perceive it as a cult, good. Whatever keeps you away. Whatever keeps you away. Same way the white man makes you think that he's following some devil and some Satan when he's really following Amen. Y'all too stupid to see this. Y'all with this Illuminati and the eye, and he's using the eye and the serpent and whatnot. That's the devil. No, it is not. That is Amen. Our Lord, which you simple-minded Negroes once bore witness to, that you no longer do. Now you following the damn beast. He got you believing there is no creator. That's how simple-minded you are becoming your blackness and your state of ignorance and darkness. Why do future and current Mentelleyens need to hear this message? So that you know not to play games. Will this message be over the heads of masses? I hope so. And those who kind of perceive it, I hope not. You'll get it all in time. That's it. Join us Wednesday night for the next Mentellect radio broadcast. We're going to close this out in the name of Amen, by the power of Amen. In Amen we trust, in Amen we think, in Amen we continue forward forever. Hail Amen. Hail the Mentelleyens. I am the intellectual leader, Menkaris. This has been Mentellect Radio. Good night.
It's the Republic of Mentellect, rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. It's the Republic of Mentellect, black race to the white race. If it's hell, Amen, then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you. The infinite capabilities that we can do. We the Republic.